The WNBA is in serious trouble, and the league has only itself to blame. Its brightest star, Caitlin Clark, has been sidelined for weeks with a groin injury. What was supposed to be a small issue somehow turned into a long absence. Without her, the league's flaws are being exposed for everyone. As Clark sits on the bench, Nike dropped huge news that shook the basketball world. Caitlin Clark now has her own signature logo, and early signs show it will outsell and outshine everything her fellow WNBA players are doing. It's a tough reality check for the rest of the league, as her presence makes other players seem smaller in her shadow. The numbers tell the story. On August 25th, Nike introduced Clark as their newest signature athlete, unveiling the interlocking C logo that looks more professional than the league's own campaigns. Nike stock was already rising when her Kobe-inspired sneakers sold out in July, jumping 3% and helping the company rally 17% after strong earnings. But this deal is different. It's not just a collaboration, it's Nike investing $28 million over 8 years because they believe Clark.
Hoping to get your hands on the Caitlin Clark version of Nike's Kobe Bryant sneaker, you're out of luck. They are out of stock. The WNBA star teamed up with Nike for a player edition of the Kobe 5 Pro Tro, decked out in Indiana Fever colors. You see them on your screen. They dropped at 10 a.m. Monday. And they sold out before 11 a.m. In fact, in just minutes. The $190 kicks are already showing up on the secondary market at close to double the retail.
This isn't just about shoes. The panic comes from what Clark's logo represents. She is now only the third WNBA player to receive a Nike signature shoe deal, joining Aya Wilson and Sabrina Ionescu. But unlike them, she is the very first female basketball player in Nike's history to have her own official logo. That changes everything.
Telling y'all to stay patient. I've been telling y'all that Nike takes their time, that A'ja Wilson's shoe deal was 2 years in the making, that Paige Beckers had PEs, not her own signature shoe, and that Caitlin Clark's was 100% coming. And people kept saying, oh, Nike fumbled the bag with Caitlin. It has to get out there. Nike fumbled the bag. No, they didn't. It takes time. She's got to develop a whole freaking product line. But they just announced, breaking news right now, we have a logo. That is the official Caitlin Clark Nike logo. And it's not just that. I mean, this is cool. Nike has just announced that a signature product line will be dropping soon, with signature shoes coming in 2026. Now, this is going to be her logo for all of her Nike stuff that is Caitlin Clark.
A logo is more than apparel. It puts Clark in the same conversation as Michael Jordan, LeBron James, and Kobe Bryant. Meanwhile, many WNBA players are still struggling to gain recognition. The timing is brutal for the league. Clark has been out since July 15th with her groin injury, missing 15 straight games. During that stretch, the WNBA's ratings collapsed like a house of cards.
Clark has been a lightning rod for attention since entering the league. She brought in new fans, national media, and even primetime slots. Her absence isn't just hurting the Indiana Fever, it's apparently impacting the entire league's momentum. But this also sparks a deeper conversation. Is it fair for one rookie to carry the weight of an entire league's popularity? You see, critics say the WNBA's marketing has leaned heavily on Caitlin Clark, while longtime stars like A'ja Wilson, Breonna Stewart, and others deserve more spotlight too. On the flip side, others argue Caitlin Clark is the draw, and the ratings prove it.
The proof is in the numbers. The All-Star Game without Clark saw a 36% drop in viewers, going from 3.44 million to 2.19 million. Other big games became disasters on TV. A Fever vs. Sky matchup earlier in the season drew 2.7 million viewers, but the rematch without Clark and Angel Reese had ratings so low that networks stopped even.
35%! WNBA ratings down, All-Star Game 35% than last year. Yet you're telling me that it doesn't have to do with Caitlin. 35%. It really makes it difficult for fans of the WNBA in general and Caitlin Clark, like myself, to have conversations, to join a Discord, just to I don't know, want to just talk up the WNBA in general when you can't even give Caitlin the props that she deserves.
Nike, however, knew the truth. They studied Clark's impact: $52.3 million for Iowa, $36 million for Indianapolis, and 26% of all WNBA economic activity in 2024 tied to her alone. They decided not to wait for the league to catch up. Signing her wasn't just a deal, it was Nike declaring that
Caitlin will never be paid what she's worth by the WNBA because it is quite literally impossible for them to pay her what she's worth. An economist at Indiana University Columbus calculated that Caitlin Clark was responsible for $36 million in economic impact to the city of Indianapolis, and that she is responsible for 27% of the entire WNBA's economic activity for this past season, including attendance, merchandise sales, and television.
During her rookie year, Clark drove about 26.5% of all WNBA business. 1 out of every 6 tickets sold across the league came from fans who wanted to see her play. The Indiana Fever averaged 17,036 fans per home game, setting a new league record and even surpassing the Pacers' attendance, with over 340,000 fans total in 2024. Without Clark, the WNBA's attendance records mean little. Yes, the league hit 1.58 million in 2023 and was on pace for 2.5 million in 2025, but everyone knows those crowds were there because of Clark. That's why Nike's move to build a long-term brand around her was obvious. In their press release, Nike's executive and Miller called her an exceptional basketball player and ambassador for the game. In corporate language, that meant, we're building our entire women's basketball strategy around her. Nike is betting billions that Clark will become the global face of women's basketball.
As much to their league, whatever league it is, as Caitlin Clark means to the WNBA. And no person has done more for their league than what Caitlin Clark has done for the WNBA. Patrick Mahomes does not mean that much to the NFL. Steph Curry does not mean that much to the NBA. LeBron James does not mean that much to the NBA. She is a monster. When we look back on this, Caitlin Clark will be for the WNBA what Magic Johnson and Larry Bird were for the NBA. If this thing ever becomes as big as some people think it can become, she will be the Magic Johnson, Larry Bird. You needed 2 of them to take the NBA to another level. You needed Magic and Larry.
And while Clark is out, the league is dealing with a full-blown injury crisis. Players have already suffered 212 injuries this season, leading to 859 games missed, with 2 weeks left in the regular season. There have been 10 ACL tears and countless other major injuries. One team, the Golden State Valkyries, has had 27 injuries alone. This isn't bad luck, it's a system failure that's destroying the league's credibility. Meanwhile, Clark's Nike shoes in Fever colors sold out instantly and are reselling for $600, triple their original $190 price. That isn't just demand, it's obsession. Nike knows it. The WNBA tries to pretend it isn't dependent on Clark, but the numbers don't lie. With her, viewership hits 2 to 3 million. Without her, some games sink to 459,000. The league proudly posts ratings when Clark plays, but hides them when she doesn't. That's not strategy, it's desperation. Other players are left frustrated, fighting for respect and fair pay. They wore "Pay Us What You Owe Us" shirts during All-Star Weekend, but Clark just signed a deal bigger than most of their entire careers. Nike isn't just paying her well, they're paying her Jordan money. The kind of money that comes with global expectations, and the kind of investment that proves Caitlin Clark is no longer just another player. She's the
10, and a lot of people have been getting on Nike because they don't feel like they have been promoting Caitlin as much as they should. But I will say we have to give credit where credit is due. I feel like in the past month or so, they have been tweeting about Caitlin more, and then obviously with the shoe release, they made this super sick commercial to promote it. And of course, just today, Caitlin Clark's new Kobe PE shoe sold out in less than a minute. And I saw so many tweets about this, so many people who were so sad that they missed out on this shoe. I saw that there was this one Dick's store and people were lined up around the corner, like camping out, trying